Hi BookTube, it's Stephanie. Today I'm going to talk about the books that I purchased in January, and this is video 1 that I'm refilming. So I got, how many did I get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books in January. I read 10, so yeah, pretty good. At least that part. But I will start by talking about the books that I have already read, and then ebook, middle grade, and adult. So the first book I purchased is a book that I read a couple of years ago that I absolutely adored, and that is Terminal Alliance by J.M.C. Hines. I didn't manage to get the hardcover of this when I ordered this. I couldn't find it anywhere, and obviously as soon as I purchased this I found it. Secondhand, but I found it. So I will probably just buy the hardcover and see what the condition of that is, and then we will see what I do with this. But this is book 1 of the Janitors of the Post-Apocalypse, and this, okay, how to put this in a way that's not too spoilery or tells you everything that happens in the beginning. In this world we are following some cured humans that were cured when the Krakow, which is basically octopuses, funny word, came to Earth and found that humanity has been rendered into zombies. Kind of. Zombie creatures. I do not remember what they were called right now. And they spent some time curing them, and we are following a group of humans. And humans are very feared in this universe because humans eat everything. They are like indestructible. We can replace our parts, like everything. Especially these cured humans, so to speak. And the group that we are particularly following is a group of janitors who in the beginning of this story are tasked with clearing out a blockage in one of the pipes. So they are wearing, well, protective gear so that they don't get any of these fumes to them. And while they are doing that, the ship gets hit by a missile that has some of this virus that caused this zombification thingy. That's not zombification, but kinda is. And since they are covered in this outfit, they are the only ones who don't have this disease, so they try to figure out a way to contact to get help. And then they get told that they will be saved because they are all fine, but all their friends and their colleagues will be killed. So they take the ship, ran with it, and try to find a cure. I love this series. The third and final book is coming out this year, so I crossing my fingers that I can do a reread. But yeah, I'm happy that I have a copy, but I will see if I can get a hardcover because I do have the sequel in hardcover. The sequel in hardcover, and I will get that one in hardcover as soon as I get here. But if it's bad quality, I will at least have a paperback version. The thing is with me, I would like my editions to match, but if they don't, they don't. So yeah, we will see what condition a secondhand is. I haven't ordered it yet though. Next one, I have a manga that I already read, and that is By the Grace of the Gods, Volume 4, story by Roy and art by Ran. This story, I just adore this. But this story follows a man who died in his middle age, and he gets brought before a couple of 3 gods who offers him a chance to relive his life in a magical world, because their world runs with magic, but the magic is routinely running out. And to get new magic, they have Earth, who doesn't use any of it because we don't need it, so to speak. And to get some of the magic to their world so that they can charge up the world again, they need to bring a person to their world. And they have picked him because they think that he deserves a second chance to life. And I adore the series. And it's basically him coming to terms and basically go to therapy with things that happens and gets to live his life again. I just love this. Yes. And then the last one that I've already read is A Small Fiction, an illustrated collections of little stories by James Mark Miller. Now, this is a person that I follow on Twitter, and this book is basically a collection of Twitter fiction. So this author posts stories that fits in a Twitter post. So 280 characters or less. Some of them are horror-y, some of them are fantasy, sci-fi, everything in between. Some of them are surprisingly scary when you consider that some of them are just a sentence. I just love these, and I can't really show you any of them, but I follow several of these persons online, and I just need to start actually buy their things to support them because I love their art and what they do. So yes, I would highly recommend you looking this up. You can, I think the Twitter handle is just A Small Fiction. Yeah, at A Small Fiction. And you can read some of them yourself. Then we have a book that I have not read. So go to the books that I have not read yet. And the first one we have here is a book that was free, which was the sole reason why I got it. Because I don't really read ebooks, do I? But it was free and it sounded pretty fun. And that is Blood of Heirs, the Crydic Sagas Book 1. Yeah, by Alicia Vanstal-Burke, and this just sounded pretty cool. And this follows two persons, one who was supposed to be the leader of her father's clan, but one of her father's wives gets pregnant, and it might be a boy, which means that she will lose everything, but then something attacks the clan, and then we're following someone else who is a successor to his father's throne, and when he saves the city from an attacker, he gets condemned to death because of the powers that he used, and he wants revenge, and somewhere along those lines those people will meet. I have no idea. It sounded pretty cool, and it has some pretty good ratings, which honestly I don't particularly care about, but it really intrigued me, so here it is. Then we have the 3 middle grades that I got. The first one is book 1 of the Alea Aquarius series. This is Vattnets lockelse, which this is a translated work from German, from Germany, and what's the title? Here we go, The Ruf des Wassers. I have not spoken German for years, so I'm so sorry. It was just once to tell a child that I understood some of it, but he went way too quick for me, so please speak Swedish. That was actually pretty fun. But yeah, so this is a translated work from Germany, and this follows a girl who has been explicitly told by her mother to not go into cold water, but then her mother disappears, and she starts hanging out with a group of people who have a boat, and then a storm happens and she falls off, and yeah, it's a mermaid story. It sounded pretty fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. It sounded fun. So basically a German mermaid story. Why not? We'll see of where it actually takes place, because it doesn't really say country or anything, but yes. And then we have a historical mystery novel, and that is Nattkorpen by Johan Rundberg. Now, this particular book has won 2 awards last year, both the Crime Time Award and the Augustpriset here in Sweden. And this is a historical mystery in which we are following an orphan who, when an infant get dropped off by a man who is terrified at this orphanage, she starts to try to unravel some kind of mystery. We don't really know, and it's just that things get dangerous. And I just love this sinister skull here at the bottom. It sounded fun, and it's really short. So, and I do know that there has been a sequel out. Yeah, a sequel is also out. So if I really like it, I will probably continue. This one I just hope is going to be fun. And that is His Royal Hopeless by Chloe Perrin. And this follows Robbie, who is the heir of, I will not try to pronounce it again. I will not. I won't. Okay, let's. He's the heir to the Sin is Devil's. Yeah. And basically, he's the heir, and he can't wait to become, like, be this bloodthirsty heir. Except he's nice. And it just sounded so much fun and cute, so yeah. And I'm looking forward to it. And it doesn't really say anything else on the back except things get complicated. Which, well, yeah, if you're supposed to be bloodthirsty and you're not, yeah, that sounds complicated. So yeah, this one just sounded so much fun. And the last two, yay! And the first one of those is a big book. Of course it is. And that is The Starless Crown by James Rawlings. This is a signed edition. And the only reason why I picked it up was because it's signed. Not really, because I'm actually really looking forward to this book. But I wanted it signed because I'm still mad at myself for not getting Hail Mary by Andy Weir, because there were signed editions and I'm still mad that I could not get it. Yeah, so I did not want to regret it again. Now this one has gotten some lukewarm reviews from people I trust, but it still sounds like something I will have fun with. And in this story we are following a girl who basically has a prophecy, right? Yeah, she has a prophecy or something about an apocalypse, and she is sentenced to death. So she flees, and then they need to search for the Starless Crown, I guess. I don't really know. I actually like the fact that they don't really say exactly what it's about, except a group of people fleeing. But yeah, it has gotten some lukewarm reviews, but what I've heard is that it's really fast paced. It doesn't really give you anything like more to it. Holy crap, the pages are like full. And oh, okay, yeah, this is a big book. But yeah, this was a book I was looking forward to, so I'm happy to have a signed edition. If it ends up that I don't like it, then I will see what I do then. But yeah, I have this one and I'm looking forward to it. And then the last one is a book that I have as a birthday present for my sister. Well, technically she gave me a gift card, but we're counting it. And this one I just got because it sounded hilarious. And I love the cover. And that is Sherlock Holmes and Count Dracula by Christian Claver. And this one, basically, yeah, I'm just going to read the first paragraph in the synopsis. Oh, and the end papers are beautiful. Sherlock Holmes is dead. His body lies in a solitary grave on the Sussex Downs, England. But Dr. Watson survives and is now given permission to release tales in Sherlock's classified dossier, those cases that are, dear reader, unbelievable, for the subject matter is of the outre and grotesque nature. And this one is when Sherlock Holmes helps Count Dracula. I've not read any of the source material from any of these, and I don't care. It just sounded really fun. And let's face it, the cover. I just love how, if you just go here on the side, you have like the classified dossier, volume 1, and then just like this detail here at the side. This entire thing, I hope that I really like this so that I can just collect this and have all of these online, because on a line, because I love the way this looks. So those are the 9 books that I got in January. Did you get anything in January? Please tell me down below. And have you read any of these that I have not read? And please tell me what you thought about them. I'll see you next time. Bye.